footytips.com.au TV.
G'day everyone, welcome to footytips.com.au TV. My name's Jimmy Smith and I'm with Lana Taylor. G'day Lana.
Hi Jimmy.
We're going to help you become the office hero this weekend, guide you through the minefield that is at round 10 tipping in the NRL. First, let's update how things went last week. Lana, how'd you go?
Not good, Jimmy. A bit of a shocker. I only got 3.
3. No, that's very good. Congratulations on that.
Don't need to be patronising.
I actually got 4.
Oh.
So I picked up 1 on Lana, who now leads me by just the 4 points, but I feel I'm finishing very strong. Well, not finishing, charging very strongly mid-part of the season.
We'll see how you go this week.
Well, let's get into this week. First game, it's the Dragons up against the Titans down there at Wynn Stadium on Friday night. And a few players missing, key players obviously, for each side, Lana.
Yeah, and I've tossed and turned over this one. They both came off some pretty ugly losses last week. You know, the coach killer of Matthew Head not putting down the ball properly.
Apparently he's been practicing all week, just falling on the ball.
I bet he has, and in fact, it's based on that I'm going to tip the Dragons.
Oh, okay. Well, I think, look, the Titans missing Luke Bailey. He has been so very good for them. Scotty Prince still there, that's important. LaFranchi's still playing well. Matty Cooper, the only guy out for the Dragons. And as a result of that, I'm going to do that as well. I'm tipping the Dragons.
You thought I'd tip the Titans, didn't you?
I thought I'd tip the Titans.
I knew you did.
Mucked up my whole tip. Now I'm tipping the Dragons with much less confidence, but the Dragons nonetheless. Only the one game on the Friday night. The next game is Saturday at 5:30, and that is the Eels up against the Cowboys. And now there are really key players missing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know I love Jonathan Thurston there. And also not only JT missing, but the coach, Graham Murray. He says he's going to still focus on the Cowboys, but I find that a bit hard to believe. And the Eels have still got a very strong lineup. I mean, yes, they lose Jared Hayne, but Joel Reddy comes in. He's fantastic. Chad Robinson's been named coming back from injury. So I think at Parramatta Stadium, the Eels.
Well, Hindmarsh is the big, the great question mark for that one for mine. He's an outstanding player. But Thurston, same thing with them. Have they covered that better with Smith and Smith in the halves? They're going to have to rely very much on Aaron Payne getting out and doing things quickly for them. And the big question for mine is, how does Matty Bowen pull up after that snub by the selectors? So in the past, he hasn't done so well. Let's hope he can do well this time. On the back of that,
you're going to tip the Eels?
I'm going the Cowboys.
Oh, you're going to go the Cowboys?
I'm going to go the Cowboys.
Right.
Minus the coach, minus the star players. I'm going to go the Cowboys.
All right, good luck with that one.
Thank you very much. The next game on Saturday night, it's the Storm up against the Roosters down at Olympic Park, and that is a tough trip.
It is a tough trip, and in fact, if it was up here in Sydney, I would really be thinking about the Roosters, just because the Storm are without some key players. But whilst they're without key players, they've still got Billy Slater, Izzy Folau, Cooper Cronk, who was on fire.
Ryan Hoffman, another guy unlucky to miss out.
Exactly. So they're still just so strong, you can't go past them.
And the Roosters, if we look at the Roosters, who they're missing, where are the Roosters going to score some points this week? No Anasta, no Minicello, no Tupou. They are their potent point scorers for them, and they haven't got a lot of points in them as it is, the Roosters. I just think it's going to be an easy victory for the Storm.
In fact, when you put it like that, I don't know why I even would have thought the Roosters would win if it was up in Sydney. I take that back.
Okay.
That was ridiculous.
We'll cut that out in the edit, no problem. The next game is on Sunday. It's the Warriors up against the Tigers over there at Mount Smart Stadium. And the Tigers have a poor record against the Warriors. Yeah,
they do, but I mean, their side's still looking really strong. Not hurt by Origin. I think some of them would have thought maybe Robbie Farah gets on the bench there, but he didn't. But for mine, Wade McKinnon finally back in the Warriors side. I've been tipping them without him, and they've been losing. Right. So now I'm going to tip them with him and pick that they'll get it over the Tigers.
I'm going to go the Tigers.
I knew you would.
I'm going to go the Tigers.
I knew you would.
They shut up shop last week against Newcastle, the Warriors, and actually for them to be in front, it was a bit of a misnomer. They weren't actually playing that well. The Knights should have been winning that game. In the end, it took them 76 minutes to get there, but they did, and I think that was a bit of justice in that. The Tigers, they are starting to play really well. Brett Hodgson at second receiver. Benji Hu is what they're saying around Tiger Town. I'm going to tip the Tigers.
All right.
Okay, Bulldogs and the Sharks is the game on Channel 9 on Sunday. That's out at Telstra Stadium, and once again, key players missing. And we saw last week for the Bulldogs, when they miss those key players, they struggle.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the Sharks probably thought they might be missing some key players. Brett Kamali didn't get the call-up, neither Gallen nor Bird.
Yep.
I think the Sharks could actually get the Dogs here, and I'm thinking you might agree with me.
Gotcha. Well, this is dangerous for any tippers out there. Yes, we both go the Sharks in that one. Daniel Holsworth in the second row is extraordinary. Rennie Matua was injured on Monday night. I think he'll struggle to back up just because of that injury. And I think Paul Gallen's been outstanding. I would have had him in the Origin side. He's not. And that's a bonus for Ricky Stewart and the Sharks. So I think the Sharks will get that one as well. Thank you very much again, Lana. And the Monday Night Footy, you can hear it live on Triple M 104.9. Sea Eagles up against We think it's the Broncos.
We're not
sure.
Yeah. Exactly. You look through the list of names, and Brad Thorne's basically the only one.
Yeah.
Shane Perry. It's just, with the greatest respect to the players, they're just a bunch of no names up against the Sea Eagles, who again they didn't lose Orford or Monaghan to Origin, which could have happened. That's an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah, it's going to be a remarkable coaching performance from Wayne Bennett if he can win this game on Monday night. You can't put it past him, but it would be highly unlikely, I would have thought. So I'm going to go for the Seagulls in that one as well. So let's just clear up where we went with our tips. Lana, your 6 tips?
My 6 tips: Dragons, Eels, Storm, Warriors, Sharks, and Sea Eagles.
And these are the 6 correct tips, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Dragons, the Cowboys, the Storm, the Tigers, the Sharks, and the Sea Eagles. Now, before we go, Lana, I know they're not playing this weekend, but you better clear up your stance on the Rabbitohs and how things are going.
Yeah, listen, it's been really tough on one of their last 7, but the way my headline on this, Jimmy, is they made it look easy. It's not that easy, and they will be back.
Right, there you go. You heard it from the coach's wife.
That's right.
Actually, my little tip for this weekend is tip the Rabbitohs because I think they'll pick up the 2 points.
Oh, I knew you'd come with something smart. Well, I've still got my last tip. My last tip is fools rush in where angels fear to tread. That might go over your head a bit, Jimmy. Just have a think about it.
I'll
Call
pick
me
that
later.
up probably Thursday about 10 p.m. Until next week, see you then.
See ya.
Footytips.com.au TV.